Like that page or two-page statement should be the most polished writing you ever do in probably up to this point. I mean, we tend to think of that as a very small amount of writing, something you could toss off the day before, but literally, I think every sentence in that statement needs to serve a purpose and needs to be there, because you have to imagine these committee members, which I was a part, reading dozens of these things and recognizing that so many of them are like full of, I shouldn't say this on camera, full of filler, like extraneous, kind of pretty sounding but empty statements. And we're so attuned to that after reading so many of them. But when you get one where it's been really carefully crafted and it's really polished and every single sentence contributes to the author's case that they're making for themselves to get this grant, you immediately are like, okay, that one goes in that pile. Like that, somebody worked really hard on that. It's really convincing. So, I mean, that also goes along with the starting early thing, is just consider that task of writing the proposals something that's going to take you many weeks, and that you should find people early on who will agree to read them and give you detailed feedback on it. So like I had a student this last fall who applied for a Fulbright ETA, and she sent me her draft, and I spent like probably an hour going through it, giving her like line by line comments and edits, and she was a finalist, so there you go. And I think she had other people look at it as well, it wasn't just me. And it really improved the final version, I expect. So, oh, and then one other thing is, I'm not sure, Steve, if you can do this or not, but when I was a graduate student applying for these, I was given the names of people who had gotten the grants in the past from my institution and told that I could contact them. Do you ever do that?
Yes, we do. We have a pretty good listing going back like 4 or 5 years, and like especially if we have a student who's done Fulbright in the country that you're interested in, this can be a great resource. So like as Professor Roller was saying, you know, networking and doing your legwork can be very important. But even if it's just an ETA, just to have an idea of like, what's the teaching assignment like? Do I have a time for a secondary project? And I'm going to talk a little bit about that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I highly recommend that, just talking to peers from Colgate who have received these grants. Ideally after they've done the program, so then you can say, so what are the challenges that I need to show that I can deal with? That's particularly useful.
We do have 4 students on Fulbrights right now, and I know that they would be happy, like even while, they're like 7 months into it, so, they would be happy to speak with you on Skype or on phone.